Welcome to the Crafting Coop. I'm Reesa, this is Carrie, and we're here to craft with you. You. And we're in an event today with Sensational Creations Event Group, which is Julie with Crafts by Julie, Reesa with the Crafting Coop, and Carla with Carla's Bayou Creations. And we're here to help you guys move along today in the group, the Sensational Creations Group event. Link is in my description. If you join, you will be able to watch everything all right there, the whole of it. It'll be a lot of fun. You will enjoy it, I'm sure. I know you will enjoy what we're doing because we're doing something super duper cute. At least cute that Carrie and I now got this new found passion for the type of thing that's in it. Even though it's not the ones we've been watching and going with, but they're still really cute. So anyway,
Hey,
um,
Christina.
so we're so glad that you guys are here. Let's get us sent out real quick.
I'll send to our groups.
Oh, oh, okay, I gotta get that blue
Maybe.
open.
Well, let me.
Okay.
Wait.
Going to copy and then
Okay.
go over here to
Oh, thank you, Christina. Yes. I'm half day Fridays right now, so I'm gonna try to come on Fridays when I can. So I could today, so I'm here. How are you today, Christina?
okay.
Oh, we have both Christinas. So
Yes, yay.
Christina, both Christinas, how are you?
Christina Porter, how was your I loved your live, your craft, and I even watched the other one too, the your 4th of July one. That was really good. You did a good job. She's going live on Thursdays on her page, Christina Porter. And so she made a 4th of July thing last week, and then yesterday she did a summer like barbecue thing with the what do they call it? Chalk decor to
Uh-huh.
the chalking things.
Yeah.
But don't give up, Christina. It takes a long time to get people to watch. Long years. Carrie and I have been doing this. I've been doing this is my 9th year on Facebook doing this. 9th year. It's crazy. Like
We don't
it
have
is.
very many people watch us live either. We have
Yeah,
more
we don't
people
have a
watch.
lot that watch us, mainly because when we had to change our name, that's the way I'll say it from now on. When we had to change our name and had to come up with a new page, we thought, well, what we'll do is we will post for the first year, we will go live just a little bit, but we'll post a video every single day. Well, we gained like 50 something thousand followers that like to watch videos, not lives.
Mhm.
So it is very hard to gain followers, extremely hard. We did it because we did it so fast because it was a year, and sometimes I'd post 2 videos in one day. I mean, I was making videos left and right and getting them up there and getting them up there and getting them up there. But finally, when we got to that point a year later, a year and a half later almost, Carrie put up a message and said, so do you like lives or do you like videos? And what don't you like about this? And what do you like about that? And back and forth. And probably what, 90% of them? Oh, videos for sure. I don't even want to hear you talk. I don't even want to see you talk. I don't want anything to do with a live. And we're like, well, we killed ourselves there.
Yeah.
Which we did. Hey, Grace. Hey, Bonnie.
Hello, hello.
Lab results came back good. Yay! Oh, good. No
Oh.
dialysis needed. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Dale.
So yeah, so you got to be careful how you do it. If you're going to be a live person, you just need to do lives. If you're going to be a video person, you just need to do videos, but they don't intermingle. It's just, and the guy um that was teaching us, he kind of told us that, but it didn't register. Like I didn't know he meant choose one or the other. I didn't, when he was talking to, because we learned a lot from an actual Facebook person. Um, yes, and we talked to him on the phone every week for 6 weeks, and it just was. I gotta find sensational. My things are all messed up. Hold on. There it
Hi,
is.
Lita.
Um,
And I'll just say hi to somebody else. Oh, Lisa
okay.
Mary.
So anyway, it just turned out that, if you it's not good to be both, in other words. And so we've really struggled with it over the last year. I guess it's been about a year since we figured it out. We've really struggled with it, but it's okay. We're not here to gain a lot of followers. To be honest, we're a lot of people do it because they want to make income off their page. We don't do that. We are a church and we work off of the missions of the church, of what, so in other words, the nesting box, so on and so forth. So it is okay with us, that that's something that I mean, if we'd have known in the beginning, of course, we wouldn't have done it that way, but, you know, a little late now, a little
Hi,
late now.
Maria. Hi, Sybil.
Let's see.
Grace says they have a lot of crafters that do both, and it works for them.
Well, it's because mainly he said it was because like I sent him an email afterwards after we were done, and he said mainly it was because we really only did videos for like so long.
Mm-hmm.
And so the majority of the people that we already gained as followers are video people. It's not that it doesn't work, it's that we didn't go live like 3 or 4 times a week like we do now, or 5 times a week like we do now, and do 1 or 2 videos. No, or 3 videos. No, we did like 10 videos a week for a year and only went live twice. And so we overpowered the video part versus the live part. And so when you do that, you got to be even. You got to do both, because we got swamped with a ton of just video people. And like I said, I just so told you, we proved it by going back and asking. We ran a like a it wasn't a poll, it was a question post, and it had over 1,500 answers on it. And finally, people were starting to argue with each other, and we had to take it down. It was bad. They were like wanting to like argue back and forth and say, no, lives are better, no, videos are better, no, and we're like, okay, it's okay. And we just deleted it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of other crafters at the time came in and said, wow, sent us personal messages and said, thank you so much for running that questionnaire, because I learned a lot from
Mm-hmm.
reading the video, reading the messages. They said the majority of the ones that were there for lives said that they would rather just see the craft. A lot of them said, I don't need to hear about your aunt, your uncle, your daughter, your children. I mean, they just were blah, 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 and we're like, oh boy, it was a lot of not so nice people, in other words.
Yeah.
But that's where we finally took it down, because they were arguing about it. Um, mm, we'll keep you in our prayers, Lita. Um, able to get shoes on my feet, as my feet have been so swollen, I can't get my shoes on, which is really hard. Okay, Christina. But anyway,
Got it wrote
um,
down.
what I'm saying is don't, if you ever have to start over, don't focus on just one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're planning on doing videos and lives, do a mixture, not overpower one with the other.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
like what is their name? There's a mother-daughter team and they do chalk to core and wise owl paint, and they only do videos. They don't do lives. And that when I talked to Casey, the guy from Facebook, I told him about that, and he's like, yeah, he's like, as you see, they, it's somewhere, it's in the advice somewhere in Facebook that not, like either pick one or the other or make it an even spread, which
Right.
we did not do. We were thinking, oh, we'll just get a whole bunch of videos up there for like the first year and it'll be great. And it was, because we gained a lot of followers, but we gained a lot of followers that don't watch lives.
Mm-hmm.
So we totally got stuck, but it's okay. We don't really care how many we do have. By the way, let me say that. With that being said, our live videos, when they're not live anymore and their videos, get over 2,000 views per video.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 views per live when it's not live anymore.
When
When
it's not
it's
live, yeah.
right, when it's not live, it gets a lot of views. And so that's the reason why we always talk about the nesting box and everything. And we do have a lot of people that sign up because they watched the replay.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
it's just the way we have to work this page. We'll never do that again. Trust me. Whatever. No, we learned a big lesson, but you know, sometimes you do what you got to do, right? You do what you think is best, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we, know. Because I don't, when we decided to do when we decided to do the the crafting coop and stuff, started to do crafts, which was now 5 years, 5 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
2020. No, more than five. It was more than five. Remember? Because we were doing them. It's five. It was five. I'm
5,
pretty
yeah.
sure it's five. Anyway, so when we had only done groups. We'd only had a group for the church. So with that being said, um, we didn't realize how a page worked and didn't realize that they were different. And they definitely are different. 100%.
You
So,
haven't
but
missed anything, Maria. I haven't
no,
started
hadn't missed
crafting yet.
anything yet. We just got started. We're just fixing to move our cameras right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you didn't miss anything. We're getting ready right now to move our cameras straight on up here. We were talking about the fact that when we first started the Crafting Coop page, um, that we did it as a video. We did videos for a year. And then, and we gained a lot of followers because people, believe it or not, like to watch videos more than they like to watch lives. And we did a whole thing on it. I think you and I talked about that, Maria, a little bit when we were together. Um, but yeah, we figured that out real quick that we shouldn't have done it that way.
I don't have the
So
exact color, so I'm just gonna use what I have.
I'm using that same blue you have that I
Dusty
gave you.
blue?
Yep.
Oh, you are? It
Yeah.
looks darker on there.
Yeah. No, I'm using dusty blue. Looks just like the blue in the picture, so that's why I'm
Oh, I
using
thought
it.
it was a little off, but
I mean, it may be a tiny bit, but not that much. It's not enough that it matters, I don't think.
did you
So
do something wrong? What do you mean, Lisa Mary?
I don't think she meant to say that. You didn't do anything wrong if that's what you meant. I don't think you did. I don't see anything you did wrong. So anyway, if you ever change your page, make sure you do if you're going to do videos besides lives, make sure you do an equal amount because, our lives get very few, don't get a lot of people watching them when we're live, but after we're live and they're reduced to an actual video, we get some well over 1,000 views. Most of the time it's between 1,500 and 2,000 views per video. So they were right when they said they were video. They like to watch videos when we did that little post. So, but that's okay because like we said, we're not here to, we don't do the monetization thing. We
Oh,
obviously have subscription groups. So
the announcement will be tomorrow in the workshop.
yeah, tomorrow in the workshop. Who asked that?
Maria.
Oh yeah, it's tomorrow, Maria, in the workshop. In the workshop, and yes, I'm about done. I about got it all together, so hopefully I'll get it all together by tomorrow. But I think I will.
Hey, Ralph.
Hey, Ralph. I think I will. I think I will.
Grace says, I have to learn how to reduce my videos.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh.
I mean, I could show you, Grace, a really cool program that's easy to do it. You mean you want to speed them up? Is that what you're saying? So that you can cut stuff out and stuff? I mean, we've been putting them right back up there and at the length, the hour length, and people are watching them. And they go up pretty fast, don't they, Carrie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't go up. That it doesn't take a lot to put them up there. So we do it once a week. We just go and download them, and Carrie does. I don't. She downloads them and just turns right around and puts them right back up and dates them.
Or is she
And
talking about videos like how we used to do? She doesn't know how
oh,
to
maybe
reduce the videos, like
yeah,
when you make a
are,
video.
are you talking about videos or are you talking about your lives that you want to repost? Because I could show you either. Could definitely show you either one. The program that we use for videos is super easy. Super easy. You
Oh,
can speed.
she did mean her lives to repost.
Yeah, that's what I figured she meant. If they're an hour, you're still wanting to make them smaller. Is that what you're saying? Um, because I think, to be honest, because they load up as if you save them and you just load them up as a video and they're only an hour, it doesn't take very long to load them up there, especially if you're using a computer. And they I don't know that it's worth it. This is why we didn't do it. I don't know that it's worth it, Grace, for the effort that you're going to put into reducing them and making them look like a video when people are just going to fast forward them anyway. Because we know that when someone goes to watch a replay, most of the time they do not watch the whole replay. They just fast forward it and go from there. And that's what they do with videos too. And that's why when we made that post, that's what we asked. Well, what is it that you like about the videos? I can fast forward it. That was the number one reply. I like videos because I can fast forward it. I don't have time to sit here and listen to about all of your family things and stuff like that. I mean, people were rude, trust me. They were not nice at all. But they were nice to us. I mean, they were just in general saying, I don't like to have to sit and just listen to the talking. I want to just see what the craft is and move on. And I get it. I get that too, because there's times when I need to watch a replay and I'm super busy, you know? So,
It takes me, I do a week at a time, and Reesa goes live almost every day of the week. So you figure at least 4 to 5 lives I have to download and upload back as a video. And it takes me like maybe 20 minutes. It
Yeah.
doesn't take long at all.
Hey, Sybil. Oh no, your bread's at the bottom. Oh no. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot to do it. And I honestly, since it doesn't take much to put it up there, uh-oh, I lost Carrie. If it doesn't take much to put them up there, then I think that it's, probably just, um, let me see if she's back. Yeah.
Weird.
What happened to you? I don't even
I
see
don't
you.
know. That was
Where are
weird.
you? Oh, there you are. Okay.
I don't know. That was super weird. I just like disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. That is weird. Anyway, yeah, so think about that, Grace. I mean, if you want to, I'll show you how to use it. Um, I will definitely show you because it's super easy and I can just run through it real quick with you on a, like a, video FaceTime thing and just show you because it's super easy. But if you want to first just try uploading the actual lives and see if it doesn't take you too long or whatever, I just would hate for you to waste all that time creating and making the videos um, if they're just going to fast forward it anyway.
Hi, Debbie. Um, yeah,
Hey, Debbie.
I wish I could do that, Sybil, but since I'm at work when most of the time Reese goes live, I just figured it's easier for me to do it on the weekend and I just do it all at once for the whole week.
What? What'd you say?
She said she downloads them right when she's done doing her live, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but I wish I
Yeah.
could do
I don't
that.
have time to download them. That's Carrie does the administration stuff of our organizational stuff here. And she answers all the messages, all the emails, downloads all the videos, um, that kind of stuff. And so it's easier. She just sits down, take, like she said, 20 minutes, boom. And I do go every live, we do go live every day, but Saturday. And some Saturdays we do, but very little. I only do it when Yadi asks me if
Right.
which she asked me for one here coming up and in a couple months. And then Sherry Givens and Jeannie with Take Five. Those are really the only ones we do Saturdays with just about. We did one with Amy and Fred, but I probably will only do one only because I don't really have the time. We don't have the time to take on another event, group.
Yeah.
Because I'm busy. I'm swamped all the time.
Hmm.
If I'm not making videos, I'm doing, all kinds of stuff. So,
Hi, Sue W. Way.
hey Sue, how are you? So Sue, the other day, how close are you to Montana? Pretty close? Like how long does it take you to go to a Hobby Lobby? I'm just curious. Because you mentioned it the other day. I was thinking, oh, I wonder how long it takes her. Because you're kind of over here near us.
Uh, I
Oh,
was
7 hours?
see you. I can't see you in the group.
What?
You
It's
see
not
this
in
on
the
it.
group? Huh. Did you refresh? because I put it in the group.
Yes.
Okay, I put it in there again. It says posted. But if you didn't refresh, you probably wouldn't see it.
She said a
'Cause-
7-hour drive.
yeah, I saw it. That's not too bad. I mean, especially if you do it as a whole thing or even a weekend or something,
Sybil, I still can't remember where I looked after the live, and I still Bryce Canyon is the other place they're going. Oh gosh, there's two other places. I can't remember them though, besides Moab. But they just landed. They're there. They just landed like an hour ago. So they're there.
Remind me to call Hannah. I need to
Okay.
get in touch with her. Have you talked to her about Wyatt at all again or since then?
No, she's driving right now to here.
Yeah. I need to ask her when she wants to work with him or whatever. She said Wednesday mornings.
Yeah, she's gonna be maybe next week or this next week.
Yeah,
Not
you said she was going to be there.
Yeah, she's gonna be here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's
I need
hot.
this
Yeah,
week.
she said Tess said that it was supposed to be hot there.
I know that she she couldn't do it this past week because she just got out of school.
Yeah. Okay. So guess what I found out last night?
Hold on, let me turn this off. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's gonna go off. Wait,
Um,
I think yeah, it did. Okay. What?
Artistic Treasures by Teresa couldn't find us either.
What?
Artistic Treasures by Teresa could not find us either.
Okay, let me go look because I put it in there twice. And it should be in there.
8 ounces of tomato juice is good for heat stroke. I had no idea. She's shared it like twice, Teresa, in there.
Yeah, it's not in there.
How weird.
Huh. Okay, let me go back. Maybe I'm putting it in the poll one and I'm not paying attention. I don't know. Tell you what I do. I'll put it in both.
Hi,
And
Chalking
then I'll go
Simpson.
back and take it out later. What am I doing? Where's the okay? There it is.
Okay,
Groups.
why are we frozen now? What's going on today?
My thing's like that because I went over to the other group.
No, but then I had technical difficulties come across my screen.
Oh. Hold on, it's getting warm. Okay, let me try this again. Oh, no, I put it in the right one.
How weird.
All right, so let me go back again. Um, okay, why isn't it coming in there? That's just ridiculous. Am I not as, oh, you know what? Am I as at the Crafting Coop? I bet you I am. Hold on. Just dawned on me. I'm as the Crafting Coop. No wonder. Now it's going to be a whole bunch of them in there. Hold on. Let me go in there and fix it.
Goodness.
Here. Here. Come on. Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of them. Decline. 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 Uh-oh, did I decline that one? Approve.
Happy Friday.
Okay, now let's go back in there and see. Yep, there it is. But it's showing me as still has a black screen. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay, the black screen will go away now. Just give it a second. How many technical difficulties am I going to have?
There we go.
I have got to remember not to put my iPad on the Crafting Coop. I have to leave it as myself. Or I need to go and make the Crafting Coop an admin because I get stuck in there. I've done it several times and I'm like, geez, Reesa, come on. Get with the program. Get with the program.
Okay, well, so I was going to tell you, I found out something.
Okay, yes. Yeah, you never told me. What?
My dad's moving.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to a different apartment.
Oh, not to down there?
No. He's
You were probably excited there for a minute, or were you?
no, I
No.
wasn't excited.
How
No,
was that?
I have a lot to tell you about that situation. But
I'm sure.
no, another apartment opened up in the assisted living that's on second floor that has a balcony.
Uh-huh.
And it overlooks the courtyard with the water feature. It's like a pond with like a waterfall, and
Right.
so he's got that. He'll be able to move in a couple of weeks. So he's excited about that. It's a little bit smaller than his place now, but he won't be on the street
Where
and,
it's loud?
where it's loud, and he doesn't have the balcony now that he can sit outside, so he'll have that. So he's pretty happy about that.
Cool.
Yeah. So we'll have to move him.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot to move, so.
No, and he's probably gonna have to get rid of some of his stuff because he doesn't have as much storage. So
Oh boy.
so like he has got a lot of blankets and stuff. Why do I keep losing you?
I don't know. I didn't lose myself.
So something went wrong.
What? I see both of us.
I know, but on my iPad it keeps stopping and saying technical difficulties, something went wrong.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know. Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
sounds nice.
Thank you, Teresa. We appreciate you sprinkling. Um, Everyone, if you sprinkle, it not only helps us, but it helps everyone else in the whole event. So if you would sprinkle, that would be amazing. Help out the rest of the crafters after me, after
This is
us. And
adorable printable that has
and
an
then,
ant crawling across it. So cute.
it is cute, isn't it? I'm not the best at making birds, so yeah. If I do something bird, it's valuable, right, Gary?
Yeah.
Like when I did the eagles, because I don't. It's not just. I just don't ever know what to like do with them. But I saw this picture, a picture like this on I don't know, an advertisement or something, and I was like, well, that's cute. It didn't look just like that, but it was, just it was a bird sitting on, no, not sitting on, drinking from one of those.
Hi,
No.
Lucy.
I decided to add add hey Lucy, thank you for sprinkling. I decided to add a second bird.
Hey, happy Friday to you too.
Or a bird, another. I don't remember now if the other one had a bird or not, a second bird or not.
I need to take just a smidge. I'll just use my.
Oh, come to think of it, I think it did, but it was a teeny weeny tiny one. And I made this one bigger. I'm not good with the teeny tiny stuff either.
Thank you, Ralph.
What do you say?
Put us in 20 to
Oh.
30 places.
Oh, thank you, Ralph. We appreciate that, buddy. There we go. Okay.
So on Wednesday, we have like kitchens in my building, and I spent all day cleaning this kitchen, cleaning the oven. Like it looked like almost brand new. It was so pretty. I go into work today. It's only been one day, and I go into work today, and I'm stripping the floor in there, and I had to pull out the drawer underneath the oven, and there's pizza drippings and cheese and sausage all inside the drawer.
Wow.
And I open up the oven, and they cooked a pizza in there on the racks and just let it drip all over the racks, all over the bottom of the oven. I was so mad. I took pictures and I'm going to turn them in. I was so mad. It's like,
That's
wow.
terrible.
Hi, Kelby.
Terrible.
It is. Like, it's like, I mean, like, you don't even clean it up.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not nice.
I was not happy.
But, some people don't teach their children, so
Oh my lord, though.
nothing you can do about it.
Well, thankfully, there's only a couple of people in the building, so and she wrote her name all over all her food in the freezer, so I know who it is.
Oh, ha ha ha. Well, I guess she'll be shocked, right?
Yeah, because when I cleaned the refrigerator, I couldn't turn it off because she had her food in the freezer, and it's already been cleaned out once already. But she has like a whole stack of pizzas and some other stuff, but she's got her name all over them. So it's like, oh well, that wasn't. Now I know who cooked the pizza, and you're getting in trouble now.
Yeah. Wow.
Turning you in on Monday.
They should make her go in there and clean it.
I cleaned it because I can't stand it. Like my kitchen is so clean. I'm like I had to clean it because would bother me if I didn't.
You should have put a big note on top of it to
I
her.
thought about it. I thought about it.
You should
I
have
love
said,
stripping floors. That's like a lot of people do not like it. It is like so satisfying to me to do that. Uh, get all the wax pulled up and then putting a nice fresh coat of wax and making it all shiny. I love it.
she can't stand, though, to do the carpets.
No, do not like carpet cleaning. No.
Hates the carpets.
Definitely not my no. Well, I think it's because the walking backwards part it hurts. Is this even on? Walking backwards hurts my knees and my back. But we have like it's only a couple of years old. It's a really nice new top scrubber. So like like in the old ones like in cartoons and stuff where it like takes off on you and this one like it's super really, really easy. So
Yeah,
it makes
that's
it
good.
really fun.
I don't think I'd find that fun, but
It it
I'd
is
be
it
like,
is fun.
that's
Seeing
okay.
all the dirt and stuff come up off the floor.
I mean that, but I wouldn't want to be the one doing the, you know,
It's
the
fun.
work, the hard work. I mean, I
It's
don't
not too
mind
bad.
hard work, but since of my spine, that stuff just kills me. So the
Yeah,
thought of
it's
it
not too bad.
makes me hurt thinking about it. Seriously.
This is so cute. Can you hear Chai barking?
No. Nope, 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 nope.
That's good. I feel like this is some.
See, that was one hand.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, like when we were in high school and stuff, we had home economics and all that.
Yeah.
You learned how to cook, you learned how to sew.
Well, I didn't. I went to private schools, but
Uh, but I just they really need to do things like that nowadays. Or
they,
like Gus and I always say at the college, like when the kids move in, like teach them how to clean.
yeah.
Like this is how you clean your bathroom. Like give them step by step. Like you have to vacuum every week, or give them stuff so they learn how to take care of their stuff.
Well, the problem is that kids complain so much these days that parents just find it easier to do it themselves than to teach them. But all they're doing is making it worse on them because then
Mm-hmm.
they're going to grow up with filthy homes and not know how to clean and,
Right.
those kind of things. So, you know,
No,
trust me, you ask my child if she had chores growing up, she'll tell you she had, in her opinion, too many.
you didn't have any of that kind of stuff at school, Christina? Yeah, life skills.
Yeah,
They need
life
life
skills.
skills.
Yeah. We were taught life skills, but we didn't have home economics. We were taught life skills. But we were taught also like charm school and poise and manners and how to set a table and, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So,
But I mean, like, we learned how to like balance a checkbook, but nobody does that anymore except my dad.
no, right.
My dad's the only one that does that anymore.
It's
Uh,
funny because um, when, checkbooks were kind of going out when Jessica was a teenager. They were getting close.
right.
And we already had, um, we already had the app or whatever. Or, well, no, it wasn't the app yet. It was online. You could do the banking online. That was what
Mhm.
was first. And so at Bank of America, which I have been with for my whole life, um, they um, had something called, it was um, a teenage like debit card. And so you got a savings account and um, a debit card to go with it. And you had to be 13 to 18 years old. Well, 17. You couldn't have it. Once you turned 18, you had to switch it to a different account. And So anyway, they had sent me something in the mail about it, and I was like, huh, I'm gonna go and get Jessica one of those. So we went down and we got her one, and I was like, aha, this would be great. This will teach her. So every time, of course, she babysat and, did all that kind of, she was a junior EMT. So she was on ambulances every weekend, um, doing EMT stuff from the time she was 13 till she was like 17. And she did a lot of all of that stuff. And so um, she would go, she'd get ready to go. And I'd be like, do you have money in your account? And she was like, yep, I already checked. And because she knew that she had to have money if she was going to eat lunch or whatever. And I mean, I provided the money for her lunches and stuff, but, she had to check her account to make sure. And
Right.
so she was always on it. And every time she got paid, whether it was cash or a check or whatever, I made her put it in the bank. And did you know that that girl can save money like no tomorrow? Can't she? Can't she? Can't she, Carrie?
Yeah.
She can save money like crazy. She's so good at it and pays all of her bills. She does everything. And all I did was open her up that checking account at 13 and showed her how to use it. So, and made her pay for a lot of stuff. Like she'd say, I want to go get an Abercrombie and Fitch jeans. I'm like, do you have the money? And I wouldn't make her do it all the time because we bought her school clothes, but I would make her, save her money to buy stuff because that's teaching her how to do it.
Right.
So, yeah, that was one of the best things I ever did.
Yeah, it should start at home. I believe that too. Back in the
What'd you
days,
say?
we had to do all the housework, right? My parents always made us do
Oh, yeah.
housework.
I had to do housework all the time. And so did Jessica. And she makes Wyatt now do chores at 10. And one of the things that Jessica does every night is she makes me a hot tea that I drink before I go to bed. Now she's taught Wyatt how to do it.
Oh, good.
And Annie does takes out the trash, and he does some of the like vacuuming and stuff, and he does cleans out the car, cleans up his room, feeds the dogs, poop scoops the backyard.
Good for
He's
him.
got chores. When my son was like 7 or 8, his chore was to poop scoop the backyard. I mean, if you don't teach them young, they don't grow up to have, you know, like you said, life skills. They don't grow
Mhm.
up and learn how to do these things. And my son is a good worker. He doesn't save money quite as well as Jessica, but he does save money and he does pay his own bills and he does have a good job. He works at a bank. But when he was about 7, he was poop scooping. And one day somebody was over and they said, well, Ryan, what are you going to be when you grow up? And he's like, I'm going to own my own poop scooping company. I was so embarrassed.
It's better than Gabe saying he wanted to drive a dump truck or the garbage
No,
truck. The
tow truck's
garbage
better
truck.
than picking up poop. I'm sorry.
Driving the garbage truck.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's better than picking up poop. I mean, seriously.
I don't
And
know.
I
It's
was like,
about the same.
oh, I was like, Wyatt, no, please don't tell people that. Please don't.
Yeah, Gabe's all wants to drive the garbage truck.
Yeah. Well, Wyatt wanted to um, be, like do heavy equipment, but now he wants to do military stuff, gun stuff, stuff like that. But yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, like, that is so embarrassing. And I think the person asked him, why that? And because he's like, because my parents made me pick it up in the backyard.
That's funny.
And I was embarrassed. And they're like, don't be embarrassed. You got to teach him life skills. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're so right. So,
No,
yeah.
Christina, I don't have Dixie Belle paint. It's I don't have any. This is the what Reesa gave me this one because she had ordered extra.
Yeah.
So she sent it to me. So that's my only Dixie Belle.
I mean, Carrie works a job and has household bills to pay.
Yeah.
Reesa does not.
Yeah, I can't. I can't.
Reesa does not pay household
I
very
don't
many
think my
household
husband
bills.
would support that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Probably not.
but yeah, it's expensive. I mean, that's why I can only do it every couple of months because it's expensive. And
Yeah.
it takes a good chunk of my check. And that's why I try to buy a large amount at once. Just do it, every so
Right.
often
Yeah.
because it takes you know, it takes a good amount. Well, at least for the big jars. And I just did the math and I'm like, wait, it's way better to buy the big jars because then it's, less money, you know what I mean, for
Right.
the amount of what you
Hmm.
get. And so I'm like, yeah, yeah, because they're like $23 a bottle. And I try to order 6 at a time, 5 or 6, depending on. But I've been working on my stash now for well over a year and a half almost.
What is my? What is? There we go.
Jessica, I mean, Carrie and I are both very fortunate that, when you run a household and you, I'm on disability and Carrie, works, an average job like an average person. With the way things cost, Carrie and I would never be able to go to Disney if it wasn't for Jessica and Glenn. So
No,
we
no way.
we we are very thankful that they pay for us to go. And yeah.
Yeah, 14 colors and 8 more.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, he got the little 4-ounce jars, I think.
That's a
For
lot.
they they got them for him for Father's Day.
Oh. Gosh, why am I keep losing this on my iPad? So weird.
Yeah, I don't know how many I have. I've got quite a few. I almost have all the blues.
Yeah, like that.
And I just put in another order that had a couple more of the blues in it.
Ow.
But I have to take my time ordering them.
This is adorable.
Because if I'm like Carrie, if I'm going to spend any money at Disney, I have to save. Right, Carrie?
Yep.
She pays for the hotel, the food, and the plane tickets, but she don't buy our souvenirs.
Mhm.
We have to do that,
Yep. So.
which we're very appreciative of. But
Oh my gosh. Well, like you said, I wouldn't. There's no way I could go.
me neither. There's no way I couldn't go.
No.
But I raised Jessica to save her money, go to college, get a good job, and, you know, be able to um, do things she wanted to do. And she wanted to go to Disney, and she wasn't going to go to Disney without me, I guess, she said. So, and then one year she just said, well, let's just have Carrie come too. And I was like, really? I'm like, Carrie can't afford that. That's a lot of money. She's like, no, 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 I'll do it. Wow. I mean, I have Jed when I'm there, but he don't talk, in case you guys didn't know that. He goes, oh. I haven't quite mastered what that means. So, but he has a blanket when Carrie's not with me. Well, he has a blanket because he's white and he's bougie and thinks that he's too good to lay on the ground. And he is, because he's white, in my opinion. I don't like cleaning him. So he has this little blanket with Disney blanket that he lays on. And so when I'm there by myself, I get tired of, if it's a nice cool day, I get tired of, like just going around doing whatever. So him and I will pick a spot somewhere and park my scooter, and I lay his towel out and he lays beside me and we people watch. And every now and then he'll look up at me and he'll look over at somebody. And I'll be like, yep, I see him, Jed. I see him. He'll be like, they got a dog. And I know, a dog just like you. You got a dog.
Okay, Grace. Hope you have a good drive.
Get ready, Grace. I'll be there to share you in a little bit. As soon as I'm done. But yeah, Jed's funny about that. He gets tired and every now and then he wants to ride on the scooter. Oh my gosh, dog. I mean, I understand that you get tired, but
it's too bad they didn't have like attachable little seats like they do on the motorcycles,
Yeah. Well, they do have this really cool thing that you can put around your waist and then attaches to him. But it's really, this lady had it the last time we were there. And the problem is it's really long. And so the long cord, is long. And so I'm like,
yeah, sidecar. Yeah.
yeah,
They need a sidecar scooter.
Yeah. Anyway, it's like it's like a like it's a cord. It's a leash that can hold two or one or whatever, and it's, I don't know. I can't. The cord is super long on it, and I'm thinking, Jed will just walk over and start talking to somebody while I'm driving. That's scooter. I'll have to yank him, and I'm just no. I like to hold him close and tight because there's other Plutos there, and you know how that is, Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
They all want to talk to Jed.
That reminds me, thinking about we need to look for those holders, those cup holders that those ladies had. That we saw those ladies had.
That were on the scooters?
Yeah, we need to look for some of those
I don't
on
remember
Amazon.
what they look.
Well, I'm sure we could find something because it would be nice to have.
How come my ear thing just went off?
I keep losing us on my iPad.
Did I get it?
You went black for a minute.
No, I don't know what that was.
Hi, Wendy. You were out.
Time is it? All right, we got 2 minutes, so you don't want to miss Grace. She is after me, and then after her is Sybil. So you don't want to miss Sybil. And wow, just a little bit of
Bye, Sybil.
you don't want to miss Grace. And Sybil, like I said, is after her. So jump over there and watch Grace and then Sybil. And we will catch you guys later. And I will be done sharing. I believe Julie is going to share out Sybil. And then after that is Carla will be home and she'll be doing it because I got to go take care of my grandson duties. So, but anyway, we appreciate you guys and we will catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.